Hello, it's me. I'm back. I am alive, yes. It's been a while and I've done a lot to the shop, so I just thought I'd better come back and give you a bit of a shop tour. So that's mainly what this video is going to be about. And I'll just do a few updates on some bits and bobs I've done on the train too. So this has to be the latest addition to the workshop, the extension and the pillar drill. I got this for free so long as I used it. The person just needed it out of the way, and it's a very good bit of kit. As you can see, that's the mill. I'll need to do some work on that. There'll be some videos on the slideways and the gibs. They need sorting out and some adjusters making. This is the older of the two pillar drills, still going strong. And I've got a new bit of kit below it, and it's a TIG Welder. It's a SIP or a SIP 160. It's a good bit of kit. I've got the foot pedal with it, and I've put it all in with all the argon gas bottle and everything ready to do the TIG welded boiler. It's a TIG welded copper boiler. I had a bit of a change of plan, but there'll be another video to update soon. So this is where I've stashed away the gas bottle and all the torch and everything. I've brought it through some holes in the wall. I used a hole sorter to put them through, and that's just the two stick welders there. Next to the two stick welders is another project of the future. That's a 1-inch scale Marquee traction engine. It's part built, so that'll come out in another video series later on. As you can see, I've got a whole other bench in my workshop, another toolbox and a big shelf at the top, just up there. That's where I have to keep the Rob Roy 3.5-inch gauge Rob Roy project. I've also made plenty of storage for everything, and I've tried to make everything a home. There's some bits of kit in there I got from Hollowell Steam Fair this year, 2017, and I'll show you them in a bit. They're actually really good bits of kit, and I got them for a steal, so I'm dead happy with them. Right on top of the shelf there is the 3.5-inch gauge Rob Roy project. I'll be doing some updates on that in a minute. So here's the side tank on the loco on the bench. You see the pumps inside it, and it works really well. There's plenty of room. I've TIG welded this all together out of thick steel and primered it so it doesn't rust. I bolted that into a piece of 6mm steel at the bottom. So this is just a test to show you that it's watertight and show you the pump in action. So you can see that it's kicking out a fair amount of water. It's a larger ram than the drawing specifies, but better to have more than less. So we're going to start out here with a Mitutoyo combi mic. I got this for 15 quid off of a bookstall, surprisingly enough. I don't think they knew really what it was. I think they're worth a lot more than that, but as you can see, it's got inch on the dial, so I can read it in imperial, and then on the actual little numbers on the wheels there, it reads in millimeters, so I can get both measurements without having to convert. It's really useful. Now these are some really handy bits of kit. They're small hole gauges, and all they are is sort of like a sphere that's split down the middle, and there's a cone in the end that pulls in and pulls them apart. If you can see here when I get the camera to focus, the end just pulls apart like so. There you go. And you can put that inside the hole, expand it to the right size and the right feel, and you can use a micrometer across it to gauge how big the hole is. And last but not least are these bore mics. They're also by Mitutoyo. Fairly self-explanatory. The two parts are just sprung. You put it inside the bore, get the right feel, and then lock them off, and then use a micrometer across them to gauge the size of the hole. So this is the regulator for the new copper boiler. I've made it before for the steel one. I'm going to put up a video to YouTube on TIG welding copper, primarily aimed at model engineers, because I never found a video on welding copper that would help me, so I'm going to put the video that I would have liked to seen when I was trying to do it. The main thing it will target is TIG welding small, say 3/8-inch copper tubing into the end of boiler plates. However, it will also include just standard copper welding, say for boiler plates. This is the lathe. I've done some work on this recently. I had a bit of a problem with the lathe, and it was with the x-axis. The travel, it would get to about, I don't know, say nearly the end of the travel, about there, and it would stop, and you couldn't barely move the handle, so it was awful turning larger diameter pieces. So I took it all to bits, and I found the issue. It was actually a poorly shaped, or misshapen I should say, gib, and it was bowed, and also there was high spots on it. So I took it out and I used a stone across it to get it pretty good, and then I blued up the surfaces and began to sort of scrape everything out. This is the new quick change tool post project. I got the plans for it off of a chap at work, and they're for a Myford ML10, but it fits the lathe pretty well, and I've adjusted a few measurements to suit, make it a bit more rigid and strong. So I believe I've covered just about everything. So thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to uploading more videos in the future, especially on TIG welding copper. I think that'll be very interesting.